I almost killed somebody today. Oh my God. Okay. I had 3 hours of sleep. 3 hours of sleep. 3. And then at about 1:30 p.m. CST, I woke up to a scream. I live in Chicago, by the way. I woke up to a scream. I look out my window. I see my mom running to my backyard. So I went and put on my Crocs. I ran outside, and within that 2 minutes of time, I see my mom laid out on the concrete stairs. I knew something was happening. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't even know who the enemy was. But here's the thing about me. I'm like a fucking guard dog. If I see a little something fucking on my piece, I go into guard mode. So I look at my grandma. I look at my little sister. I say, what's happening? Did my mom get hit? Who's hurting her? Who's the enemy? So while I'm getting that information, I run straight outside. I made sure my mom was okay, of course. I got her into a chair to sit down comfortably. And I was just like, I still didn't see the enemy at this moment until I saw this bitch. Apparently it was my brother's girlfriend. But here's the thing. But the only thing I knew, I saw my mom on the ground, I saw my grandma screaming, and I saw my baby sister trying to control it as best as she can. So what I do? I took control of the situation. I figured out what was happening, well, what went wrong, and I found out that my brother's girlfriend attacked my older sister, not the kid. So instantly I was like, okay, well, clearly this is a problem. And I still don't know the full story, actually. And here's the thing about me. When all of this was going down, I didn't need to know the full story. So this is part of it. She's been a problem for the past 3 years. However, I didn't even know this was the same bitch. I didn't know this was the same bitch until 2 weeks ago when she made another problem. For 3 years, I have been confronting the same bitch, and I didn't even know it was the same bitch. 𝚃𝚘𝚍𝚊𝚢, by the way, 𝚃𝚘𝚍 for my Thai viewers. I didn't even know. I didn't even care. My only mindset, protect the family. And that's the thing. Wait, personally, I think my brother looks better than me. I think he looks way better than how I look like right now. Okay, don't glaze me too much. I know I look good, but me personally, I think I look pretty fucking bad right now. Me personally. But this has been going on for like 2 years. This is why I literally asked him, come to Thailand with me, get yourself a real girlfriend, get yourself a real wife. Because right before I went to Thailand, another issue happened with her before. And then my mom, who is sickly, put her into a chokehold. I'm going off of everything that they have said because I was asleep. I was awake from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. And then I went to sleep for about 2 to 3 hours, and then I woke up to sleep to screaming. Apparently, she attacked my sister, and my mom put her in like a chokehold. So I'm like, okay, well, I know who I have to protect, and I know who I have to protect them against. I basically, look, let me make this clear. I don't hit women.
Go ahead and tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
I will never put my hands on a woman. But when it comes to protecting my family, I will put my hands on anybody. I don't care if you're a child, an elderly, a man, a woman. I don't care who you are. I will make sure you are hurt at best. Otherwise, you die. And I told her this. I told her this to her face. She said, do you want to fight me? I said, no. But do you want to die? If not, then you can leave. That's what I said. Because I don't want to hurt anybody. But if you're trying to hurt my family, then I'm going to have to kill you. And this is the thing. Out of anybody in my family, I am the only one that grew up around, allegedly killers. 3 people that I have shared weed or alcohol with, they have killed another human. So I am used to killers. And I've also been around hood rats. After almost everything ended, I'm being real. I mean, clearly, my mom and my sister beat her ass. I mean, her fucking wig was gone, her titties was out, her shirt was torn. They already did the job. However, they don't have the street smarts like I do. I saw her walking away, bringing up her phone, and let me tell you, she was not calling the police because at this point, she's the criminal. You know, she's the one trespassing, punching all of my family. She's the criminal. So I knew she wasn't calling the police. So who else would she be calling? I grew up with a lot of women, I should say, hood rats. When a hood rat picks up their phone after getting their ass beat, that means she is calling some guys to come over to shoot up whoever hurt her. So I was like, okay, so she's calling somebody to drive to my house, strangers, to come shoot whoever is outside, which included me, my mom, and my sister. So I was like, okay, so she's coming to, so what did I do? I agree with half of that because that's what I did. I had two choices. While she is on the phone talking to whoever, my first choice is to run inside of my house and call the police, or I need to stop her from calling whoever she's calling. Because if I go in the house and call the police, the people she's calling can already be on their way and kill my entire family. Do I be a white man and go in the house and call the police? Because the police are gonna come slow. Or do I take initiative now and then use the extra time to call the police? So I chose option 2. When she's on her phone after getting her ass beat, I know what it means. I've seen it on both sides. When I saw her pick up the phone, I didn't have a choice. It was either we all die or I save my entire family and I go to jail for assault. What did I choose? Obviously, I chose me going to jail for assault. Police only do their job when a crime has already happened. So I'm not gonna wait for a crime to happen for the police to do their job. You know what I mean? So I walked up to her and she wouldn't leave. I told her to leave. I told her to leave multiple times. My mom told her to leave multiple times. My grandma told her to leave multiple times. My mom, when she retold the story, she said I freaked out with this action. I didn't freak out. I sat there, I took 10 seconds, and I chose the best possible option. While she was on the phone, I smacked the phone out of her hand. I didn't hit her. I didn't touch her. What I did was I walked up to her, behind her, and I poked the phone out of her hand. That phone was a deadly weapon because that phone was being used to potentially kill me and my family. She didn't have a weapon upright, but that phone, a weapon that can be used to bring more people with weapons to kill my entire family. So I was like, no. And I'm not gonna spend the time to go inside my house to look for my phone. I just woke up. I mean, like, my dick was out and everything. I was in underwear. If I was going to go to jail, it'd be for public indecency. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person, but I am a defender. When I see that shit, it was just like, I mean, I just woke up after 3 hours of sleep, see my mom on the ground. I'm like, okay, what's the word? Oh, you want to call people? Okay, bet. I take the phone out your hand. Fuck you mean? You ain't special? You ain't sneaky? Like, what the fuck? I know what it means. And I'm telling you now, if I was a licensed firearm holder, she probably wouldn't even be alive right now. So she should be thanking all of her gods that she's alive right now, because she would be dead. She would, in fact, be fucking dead. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to my brother. He is a simp ass bitch. I'ma say it. I love him, but he's a simp ass bitch. 2.5 years I've been dealing with this shit and I didn't even know until 2 weeks ago. I thought it was a different bitch and he was just unlucky. That's why I gave him the grain of salt, because I just thought he was unlucky choosing women. But apparently this has been the same girl. I didn't know. So I was just like, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? That is simp ass bitch behavior. I consider Sab as much as a mental illness as bipolar or depression. He has Sab, simp ass bitch behavior.